Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back. This is Ragnarok here with episode 23
The
of
Empire.
our Mortal Empires
Moving off.
Karl Franz campaign.
Ready.
Right, so last time we had a very close call
Wraight
here with
Sigma.
Treasurer Grunwald. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave him in Corone, just to give a little bit of a bonus to the public order here temporarily, and also to get some replenishment for some of these guys. So we're in hard shape after that previous battle. Foe Seeker or Deadly Blade? Probably Foe Seeker. Or we could charge bonus. Charge bonus. We'll want to sink points into that as well as Imperial Pegasus. Anyway, time being, let's see what else we can get. Sigmar's Ward probably wouldn't be a bad idea, but let's give him the Pistol Corpse. Finish that off. Right, yeah. So we'll let him get some replenishment here in Corone. Our income is starting to take a little bit of a beating. So bump it up a little bit, but right. So we're planning on invading Middenland. That's what we're working towards right now. But in the meantime, let's do a little bit of building. Let's get this going. Guard. Could upgrade this as well. I'll just leave that for now. We might have enough after this battle. Might have enough to upgrade this. How much is 24, 25?
I command here.
No, maybe not. Oh, right.
To the provinces.
Just at the end of the turn here. So we're moving these guys in position. It might have been a mistake to put him here. If they decide to get the jump on us, then could be saying goodbye to Uther there. But anyway, I think probably I'm gonna put these two mortars in Grunwald's army for now. If Franz wasn't in forced march, I'd probably recruit a couple more troops. Alright, I was thinking we were at the beginning of the turn. Might as well upgrade that for the time being. Though, no, I'm gonna leave it because then next turn we can upgrade this. Sorry, this one. How much is it to upgrade that? 3100. Alright, that'll have to be good for now. Don't think we're under any real threats here. We've got mostly non-aggression with everyone, so hoping it's a relatively quiet episode here today.
You called? Men of the Empire. Why do you seek the halls? No.
Not yet. Not yet. Bretonia. Wow, it's improving considerably. That's good. Alright. Yeah. Things are fine. Ooh, you know what I wanted to check? Weisenland's.
What?
How close
Approach
are
us,
we
friend, and make your offer.
Confederation? I'm getting
Never.
there. What are the... If you're strong enough, accept the fact of a similar number, be aware that depending on the balance... yeah, okay. Anyway. Alright, it's getting closer to Confederation, but we'll definitely want to time it so that we can use these troops to take them on. So I think probably we should wait until we finish the war with Middenland, which is going to take a handful of turns, but then they should be willing to confederate. Might even confederate with Nordland first, because I'd like to send Franz over here and use these combined forces to take out the orcs here. But yeah, I don't know, we've got a lot of work to do because Middenland, and then that's gonna, if we confederate with Nordland, then that's gonna bring us into conflict with the Norskins up here, and we're already in conflict with these guys, so not sure exactly what we're gonna do here. We've got a small empire, but we're starting to be surrounded by a lot of enemies, like the vampires. We don't want them to get too out of control. Probably just leave Nordland to defend that northern region, and if these guys come down this way, we'll just destroy the armies one at a time. Anyway, it's the end turn. I don't think there's anything else to do. I need to be with my men, said Block, grasping the halberd with both hands. At the prospect of fresh fighting, his vision seemed to clear. Where do you have to be? Verstholen reloaded his pistol coolly. I thought I might tag along with you, if that's acceptable. Block thought for a moment, clearly in doubt. The sounds of combat rose from the terraces below. Verstholen couldn't blame him for his hesitation. Block didn't know who he was, nor why Schwarzhelm gave him the license to do things he did. None of the soldiers did, though some guessed. To most of them, he must have seemed like a strange hanger-on, dragged into the serious business of war on a whim. Do as you please, Block said, striding off to where his company were positioned. Just don't get in the way. Verstholen followed him silently, his long coat streaming with rain. His blood was still pumping from the ride out on the cauldron floor, and he made a conscious effort to calm his emotions. He'd need a steady hand and an unwavering eye. The beastmen were hunting, and they were the prey. Alright, a little break in the text here, so we'll start the next section. Grunwald limped along the terrace, still feeling the effects of his flight from the ridge. He hadn't seen Schwarzhelm since his return. All the other commanders were busy with their own units. He felt curiously bereft, cast adrift. Now that the assault had begun, there was no time to seek new orders or plan some new tactics. He rounded up all his men who could still walk and carry a weapon, and taken them back to the defensive front. They may have failed to hold the ridge, but there was still service they could render. The bastion looked like it had been designed for war. Above the smooth lower slopes, the rock rose up in a series of steps. Schwarzhelm had arranged his forces in long ranks along these natural terraces. An invading force would have to come at them from below, suffering all the disadvantages of having to clamber upwards while under attack. Between the twisting rock ledges, paths had been worn. Some were natural, others the product of centuries of human footfalls. These were the weak points.
To see our allies of the mountains.
Right, yeah, no defensive alliance. If the invaders managed to force their way up the paths, then they could get onto the level of the terraces and cause havoc. All across the lower reaches of the bastion, commanders had deployed their forces to prevent this. The terraces were crammed with troops capable of dealing death from afar, handgunners, archers, and pikemen. At the crucial intersections where the rock offered less protection, the heavy infantry had been stationed, halberdiers mostly, drawn from the Reichland regiments. In the places of most danger, squadrons of Knights Panther were deployed, grim and immovable in their heavy plate armor. Clusters of great swords were there too, grizzled warriors bearing the huge two-handed blades of their forefathers in gnarled fists. Across the most accessible routes up the rock, wooden stakes had been driven into the cracks in the stone. Behind these fragile-looking barriers, the troops stood ready, watching impassively as the beasts tore up the slope towards them. Alrighty. Yeah, so our author here, Chris Wraight, is setting up a very epic battle. Yeah, classic struggle between defensive an army in a very fortified position versus sheer numbers and violence, I guess, the beastmen.
In the name of Magnus.
I'm just gonna move Franz there for the moment. So I think he provides a little bit of reduction for building these, so we'll build that. Anything to get a little bit more cash coming in. You, sir, can you get to there?
Step to it.
Sure, they don't like us trespassing, but what can you do? Don't think we need Grunwald here for this fight, but we might as well bring him over.
It is for the best.
Yeah, we're gonna have to put him in Force March, just so he gets a little bit of experience as well.
So,
We'll let Franz do the attack.
What does the Emperor bid?
So let's
Sigmar compels us.
just hand over the artillery for now. Whoops. To Franz. Just because, actually, let's give Franz the swords as well, just so we can set up as many of the troops as possible, starting the battle.
Men, I will fight with you.
Great, they're gonna stand and fight. We'll fight this manually, even though should give us no trouble at all, just to make sure that we don't lose any more of Grunwald's troops, or especially the heroes. Auto-resolve might not be as kind. So first opportunity to see the mortars in action, which is fantastic. Wondering, maybe we should keep the mortars in Franz's army like this: 2 cannons, 4 mortars, and then support cast. The other option would be we could put 4 mortars in one of the other armies, or we could put 2 mortars in each of the other armies. I think we'll use Franz as the vanguard and just keep all the artillery with him for now. I mean, we'll be recruiting more artillery as we go along, but I think it makes more sense to keep all of the artillery in one army and then have that army supported by infantry and crossbows. And like I was saying earlier in the playoff, of course these guys are coming in over there. Oh, I think that's Grunwald over here, and this should be Uther over here. Should we use the hill here? What I am thinking. Alright. We're going to set up the cannons here. Oops. Our artillery horse. The cannons can shoot down there. I'm going to set up 2 of the mortars right here. And then 2 of the mortars
the Empire endures.
I'm going to set up here. Reichsguard, actually, can you guys hide in the forest? Alright, Reichsguard, we'll leave the Reichsguard right there. And then the swords. Let's stretch across like so. The wizards stand back here.
Swordsman!
Actually gonna put you guys here like this.
The Empire endures!
Guys can stay back here.
Smoke and mirrors!
Alright, you stand there.
I speak,
And
you
group
act!
you 2 together. You can stand right there.
We are Sigma's heirs! Knowledge is power!
Alright, that looks good.
Reichsguard Knights!
And we'll just get the everybody in position as they make their way on the field.
Ivorina, listen!
Right, So who do we got over here? Yeah, this is Grunwald. I don't think we really want Grunwald. Oh, actually, let's get you guys grouped with Franz.
No lingering. Swordsman.
You guys are kind of in hard shape. Ah, shit.
Ready to engage!
Ready for war. To battle.
Guess we can
Ready to
get in behind them here.
Formation, march.
These troops over here.
Our weapons are yours!
Just move
No
up to there.
lingering! Swordsman! Show us the foe!
Yeah, the Reichsguard. Just leave them positioned there for now. Want these crossbows
We are Sigma's heirs.
here though.
Taking position. My orders stand.
Let's come over here.
Detachments move.
Mortar!
Need you guys to shoot those fucking idiots because they're
Swordsman!
gonna be a little bit of a problem here. Tell the crossbows to get over here. Actually, crossbows, you guys focus on them. You guys keep shooting over here.
Serve the Emperor!
Moving
Where's
now.
their...
That's an order.
Guys go for their lord.
For France.
Attack! We are Sigma's heirs!
For France.
Guys can jump in there too. So you can get in behind. Alright, that's good. Guys get over here. Let's jump in there. This should be okay to defend here. Get this out of the way.
Ready.
Alright, guys.
Strike them
Might as well
down.
jump into there.
Fleet. I will break them. We are Sigma's heirs. Understood. No lingering. March for the Emperor. By Ulrich's wrath.
Alright, guys get in there. Good. How you guys doing over here with this? Good.
Ready for
I suppose
war.
this is good practice to fight these larger battles. See if we can get you guys in behind.
Moving now.
How did you guys
Standing by.
get caught in there by yourselves?
I will melt their tiny minds. Shields up. Taking aim.
Finish them off,
Swordsman.
please. You guys jump in
Fire
there.
ready the men. Charge. Listen up.
Hansi, come help out. Alrighty, good stuff.
By Ulrich's wrath.
I feel like it could have been a little bit smoother, but love the mortars. Anyway, we'll end it. We're gonna have to do a follow-up battle. Should be safe to do to auto-resolve the follow-up though. Get everyone a little bit of experience, and then we'll have these three armies position themselves to invade Nordland. Yeah, I mean, rebellions aren't necessarily always a bad thing. A good way to get your lords leveled up quickly and to generate a little bit of extra income. But as you expand, obviously you don't really have time to be, you know, continually sorting out rebellions. Just keep you bogged down. But early on, I think this is a good way to approach it. I hate that negative to the casualty replenishment, but we do need cash right now because we've got so many troops in the field. Field of battle. All right. Good.
I command here.
Do I want to get the armor to him? Yeah, I guess. Dragon helm, whatever. Go to +2. Alrighty. What are boost income, evasion? Alright, Franz. What's next for you? Good sir. Leader of men. I think definitely want to get some Deadly Blade in there, but let's finish Scarred Veteran first. And we'll go with some Deadly Blade.
I will marshal the men.
Uther. Keep going, Pistol Corpse. Should probably, fuck, whatever. I mean, we'll just get these two finished as quickly as possible. Actually, I think we'll give you Root Marcher.
Now?
Alright, he should be still.
Yes.
Son of a bitch. Son of a
Summon the
fucking
Elector
bitch.
Count.
I don't think we have enough movement to finish them
called?
off.
Move! Now. Ulrich's will. I am Prince and Emperor.
Okay, we do. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. We'll just auto-resolve this one. Only thing I'm worried about is these guys, but we should be fine. Yeah, we're good. Last 28. Ah, thank you very much. Shit. Alright, and we'll just take the extra treasury.
On march!
Yeah, I wish that Windows, I don't know when you get the notifications that it didn't take you out of the game like that. Ah, good, we've got Zintler's Reichsguard now available as well. So we might recruit them and keep them in Karl's army indefinitely, potentially.
Bring me to my men.
Alright, Franz, I want you
I see no other option.
back to this province.
Sigmar compels us onward.
Actually,
Let's
just
go.
stand there. Right. Let's move actually as close
Moving
to
off.
Midland as possible. And Uther,
To the provinces.
let's get you over there as well.
By Sigmar's right. Yes, my
Let's
lord.
move Uther
Moving
to
off.
there.
Yes,
And
my lord.
Grunwald, you're going to go into Marienburg
I will
for the
marshal
time
the
being.
men.
Let's continue with Impassioned. Actually, no, let's go replenish troops. Seeing as we're still pretty beat up here,
Who calls?
Grunwald's army.
Praise Sigmar.
Actually, we should be checking on these. Alright, good. That's the only thing about having so many bloody freaking agents to manage. so many heroes is that constantly go with impassioned for snoring for now, and then we'll go replenish troops. Maybe stimulate growth as well. But yeah, so many heroes and everything to manage. Then we've got all of these different different bonuses and everything to give out armor. And, oh, oops, didn't mean to do that. Go hard to hit, I guess, for you.
Ready.
Franz is hit level 20. Alright, I'll finish off Scarred Veteran. That will make him a fair bit more tanky. I'd like to give him full plate armor as well, make him even more tanky, but I just want to turn Franz into a godlike fighter, basically. And then Odin can go impassioned as well for now. Alright, so I think we'll be in position to attack these guys.
The nation calls.
Really would like to take this army out right away. It would also be nice to... Yeah, I think... Alright, let's take a look at the public order here. So public order, alright, so we're fine for quite a few turns here. And then same thing with Marienburg, it's going to be fine. So if we have the movement for it, what I'm thinking is all three armies descend on Boris here. Send all three armies against Boris. And then the following turn, we can send Grunwald over here to Gorcel. And then Franz and...
By the comet.
Franz and Odin, or sorry, Franz and Uther can continue moving this way, hit Weisenland. So I think that's the invasion plan. Take out Boris, and then Grunwald, head to Gorcel, Franz and Uther head here, and then to here to finish them off. So that's going to border us with the Norskins up here, who are looks like they're going to just
servant of the faith.
Yeah, Nordland is pretty much on their way out by the looks of things. Diplomatic status. There's a lot of Norskin armies up here. So a lot of armies, but not a lot of troops. So they might not be able to take the settlement here. Then again, there's not much of a garrison there. Alright, I think we're in good shape. Oh, for fuck's sake, we're still... I want to switch this back to tax rate. We need that, we need the money coming in. Really desperately. I'm not going to upgrade these just yet. I might upgrade them a little bit later. But I want to save the money to try and get this upgraded sooner than later. Should probably have enough for that next turn. Just make sure our defenses here are nice and sturdy. Looks good. Yeah, I think things are shaping up pretty well. And the Bretonians came back to here, eh? They're actually, wow. Bretonia is actually winning the war against the Red Duke. Which the position, like, how weak we left Bretonia down here, I thought for sure that the Red Duke was going to overrun all this territory. But that's good. The Bretonians are much easier to deal with, I think, than the vampires. Not necessarily because of the armies, but more because the vampires, the attrition, moving through the attrition with the tainted lands tends to be a little bit more difficult, I find. Anyway, I don't think there's really anything for us to do here left. Can't get trade with most of these folks.
Yes?
What? A negotiation. How about this?
What? Who's next?
You guys ready for
Welcome
non-aggression
to the
yet?
halls of Athelloren. Misguided.
Yet. Alright. Everything looks good. So slow and steady. I know we haven't expanded a whole lot just yet, but we're just kind of laying the foundation. And I think this invasion into Middenland is really going to strengthen that foundation. "Stand your ground," roared Grunwald. He knew his men were in a bad way. They'd already been driven from one battle. Some had been fighting for hours with no respite, and they all looked drained. "This is where we make amends. Give no quarter." The beasts surged towards the lions, hollering and whooping in their bloodlust. Grunwald felt the sweat start on his palms. On either side of him, rows of steel blades glinted in the low light. The beasts had followed his men all the way from the ridge, thirsting for their blood still. The feeling was mutual. Grunwald watched as his first target, a shaggy behemoth with a tusked face, lumbered up the incline towards him. Its flanks were streaked with entrails, and its maw dripped with gore. So it had recently feasted. Defensive alliance. Willing to give us 300 gold. It's very tempting. Very tempting. "Your last victim," hissed Grunwald, lowering his blade, fixing the beast with a look of unwavering hate, and standing his ground. Alright, so we're switching perspectives again. Schwarzhelm looked down from his vantage point. He held an ancient-looking spyglass to one eye, sweeping across the grim vista below. His expression was unreadable. As he had done countless times before, he studied the enemy onslaught, watching for weaknesses, scouring for opportunities. As the battle intensified, functionaries hovered on the edge of his vision. Every so often, men would come running up with reports from the front. He responded with terse instructions. "Redeploy the 3rd Halberdiers. Instruct Air Morgart to withdraw to the upper terrace. The Hellblasters are angled too high, and Tirof's rate of fire is poor." The officials would then scurry away into the rain, shepherded by Farron, his aide-de-camp. A few moments later, Schwarzhelm would observe the adjustment in the response of the army. From his position, he could see across the entire rock.
I remain unconvinced.
The Red Duke. Non-aggression pact with them. Payments 1,000. I mean, we could take it and then try for a new non-aggression pact, but I think we're just going to decline. From his position, he could see across the entire rock. The army was like an extension of his will. When he uttered an order, the shape of the defense shifted. Somewhere, he knew that his adversary was doing the same. The beastmen may have appeared crude and barbaric, but they had their own ways of directing their horde. There was an intelligence out there, guiding the assault, apportioning its resources at the points of greatest weakness. Mission aborted. Well, that's unfortunate. That +5 leadership all armies would have been nice. Anyway. Be at war with the following faction. Ooh, treasury +500. Though leadership +10 versus the vampires. I mean, the thing is, we do not want to let them get too strong before we end up at war with them, which they're already kind of. I mean, they've got 4 settlements there, but the von Karsteins have 5, so that's 9 settlements, whereas we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 settlements ourselves. So 6 settlements, I think. 4, 5, 6, yeah. Anyway. Alright, let's see what kind of movement. Alright, Franz got plenty of movement here. Ooh. Oh, he's just barely got enough to get there.
In the name of
Actually.
Magnus.
Yeah, I think. Does Grunwald have enough? Yeah. On force march, though. Captain Kirk. What do we got? Go Wound Maker. We'll just continue with Deadly Blade. We'll finish this off first. Alright, yeah. And you, sir, shouldn't need
This will bolster the nation.
the... actually, it looks like he does need to go into force march. Alright. Anyway, is there anything we can build here? Could build this up, but again, I don't know if we're going to keep this. for too much longer. Probably can get rid of the artillery here. How much are we going to get for demolishing it? 3,000, that's not bad. Ooh, son of a bitch. We're actually over the half an hour mark.
Summon the Elector Counts.
Alright.
The Empire.
Gonna have... oh, is this way quicker? Didn't realize we could go through there. Anyway. We're gonna declare war. We don't need to call our allies to help, so they might not come to our aid.
To war.
Anyway, I think what we're gonna do is end the episode here, since we're almost out of time, and then we'll start next time with this battle. It's like Franz can almost do it on his own.
I will fight with you. Now, to strengthen the Empire. It is for the best. Sigmar compels us.
Just want to see if he's reinforcing without being put in force march. I don't think he is, but let's get you right in behind Franz.
By the comet.
It shouldn't take us long to defeat them, and hopefully Nordland can hold the line up there against
What does the Emperor bid?
against the Norskins.
Raise your weapons. No peace,
Look here.
just war.
I think it's just yeah.
Attack! I will marshal the men.
All right, so Uther, we've got to
Yes, sound down.
force march you. I guess having one of them on each side, I guess, is probably better.
Men, we must attack. Fight for our nation.
All right, so I'm just gonna let the autosave hit there,
Men,
and
war
I'm going to
calls.
encircle, and we'll start with this battle next time, guys. Something for you to look forward to. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Episode 24 or 25, something like that. So plenty of work for us to get done, but we're slowly getting there. We've got some quests for Franz to do, and I think probably once this war with Midland is finished, we'll maybe consider doing that, because I think his army is strong enough that we should be able to very easily get some of those quests done. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Have a great day. Ragnarok signing out.